harassment. But we wanted to see the extent of the problem here in the Valley. For the past 2 weeks, we've been on the lookout for street abuse in the Phoenix area. A film made recently called War Zone cast a national spotlight on street harassment. But we wanted to see the extent of the problem here in the Valley. For the past 2 weeks, we've been on the lookout for street abuse in the Phoenix area. In tonight's Inside Story, you see what we found. Waiting at a bus stop, walking to school, or exercising on a busy street, it's not unusual for a woman to be the target of unsolicited commentary on the way she looks. It can be as simple as a honk from a passing car. These two ASU students get 10 to 15 a day as they take their walks. They don't consider it a compliment.
They probably do it to any girl who's out there walking.
Rana Weaver puts up with not only car horns, but offensive comments yelled out vehicle windows as she walks to Glendale Community College. She is not flattered.
He's never going to see me again, and I don't find it as a compliment. I find it as almost an insult, where he's making like I'm a piece of meat.
For a woman, the streets are a war zone. Every day is a battle to stay safe.
Maggie Hadleigh West got so tired of the street abuse in New York City that she made a film about it entitled War Zone. She walked through her neighborhood with a camera. Another photographer followed her. Whenever a man verbally harassed her, she pointed the lens his way.
Using the camera gave me an unexpected tool for revenge. I pursued just as I felt pursued.
In 7.5 hours, she filmed 112 men verbally harassing her, making comments like, "Let me see what you got up there." The film has drawn national attention. It's been written about in USA Today and Glamour magazine.
The thesis of the film is that women in this country live with the threat of rape, and that when a woman is walking down the street and a man is sexually aggressive towards her, she has no idea what's motivating him to be that way.
So a woman has no way of knowing whether to be afraid of a street harasser. True, Phoenix isn't New York City. Dr. Robert Triana is from there and now practices here.
People are slower, they're more circumspect, they're certainly much more polite.
Still, that doesn't mean a woman can walk down the street here without being bothered. We wired a woman with a microphone and videotaped her from the car as she walked in Mesa and Tempe, miles from ASU. In one morning of taping, 2 different men stopped to offer her a ride. After she refused, the man in this vehicle asked for directions to a restaurant. She tried to brush him off politely.
Sorry, I wish I could help you.
What's your name?
Any man in their right mind knows that a woman with brains is not going to hop into a car that they don't even know who the person is.
But is this harassment?
What if it were a man walking down the street? Would anybody offer him a ride?
It can be frightening for a woman to suddenly confront a stranger in a car. Rana Weaver doesn't think some men realize that their actions scare or annoy women. It startles her when men honk as she's walking down the street.
And what's so annoying about that is if you're walking and someone honks, you have a certain reaction, just like someone does as their driver, because obviously you think someone may be out to hit you or there's going to be an accident.
This woman has put up with plenty of car horns and obscenities yelled out of windows as she's waited for the bus in downtown Phoenix.
It's demeaning. It kind of devalues you, like they see you as an object. You're not just a person waiting for a bus, you're someone that wants to be picked up on.
Dr. Triana says many of the men who harass women do it to show off for their friends. He also believes that most of those guys don't stop and think of how they're making the women feel. Others may think they're being nice by offering a woman a ride, for example. The reason Maggie Hadleigh West made her film was to raise the awareness of street abuse and to let men know that many women are offended by it. If you'd like to see the film War Zone, they will show it to you for free by appointment at the deCompression Gallery in Phoenix.
Do you think that's what it is? A lot of men, they'll go by, they'll honk. They're not thinking about the woman at all. They're just thinking, well, maybe even to them, they think it's a compliment.
Yeah, they may think that women take it as a compliment. All of the women we talk to don't take it as a compliment.
Yeah, it's pretty frightening if a stranger stops at the car for anyone, woman or man.
That's right.
Thank you, Julie.
Well, despite all the injuries,